week's show on the 18th of April. To see Richard Abril visit Liverpool and defend his WBA lightweight championship against the man to my left, Derry Matthews. Obviously this fight was supposed to happen last Friday, but Abril had to pull out injured. Derry then took a sort of fight in the interim to keep himself ticking over. Did very well Friday night, did what he had to do. Most importantly, didn't get cut. So he'll be back to training camp, I think tomorrow. He'll fly back to Spain. And we'll be waiting with anticipation to see what sort of track camp Derry has, and what sort of condition he can get himself into to challenge for the world title. As we all know, Derry works this very, very hard in his training camps and won't turn up anything but 110% and ready to become a world champion. He's worked long and hard towards this title shot, and I think nobody would disagree with me when I said that he fully deserves this shot, and I anticipate that he'll grab it with both hands, and I think I've got the next world champion of the lightweight division sitting to my left. It's been an absolute pleasure working with Derry again. He became a free agent about 18 months ago. There's quite a few people after him trying to sign him, and I'm glad to say that we impressed him the most with what we had to offer and what we had to promise to deliver him, which was a world title fight within five fights. We did it within 4, or we would have done it within 4 had it not been for the injury, but we've stood to our word. And as I said, Derry will challenge on the 18th of April. Just to quickly run through the rest of the card, starting with Andrew Kane, who will be making his professional debut. He's a multi-amateur champion and is also from Liverpool. In fact, all of these guys are from Liverpool, so I just to save me keep repeating that one. John Gillies as well, he's a new cruiserweight. He'll be making his pro debut. He's looked after by my uncle, Robert Warren, who's sort of found him and got him into a position with the board where he was able to get his professional licence. He's got a bit of a claim to fame, but we won't go into detail with that one. I'm not sure if anyone knows about that one. But he's had a few scrapes out and about with another fellow professional boxer. But I won't go into details, you'll have to work that one out yourselves. Stephen Lewis, we've got high hopes for this young man. He's a welterweight fighter. He's 8-0 at the moment with 3 knockouts. He's just signed a new long-term deal with us, so we're delighted to have him on board and to make a long-term commitment to us. We're the best in the business at developing and delivering for our young guys, and we aim to do the same with Stephen. So welcome aboard, Stephen, and hopefully it's a long, successful relationship. Joe Selkirk, a man who I think is really not kicked on from where he should be. It's delighted he's back, but it's obviously disappointing that he's not kicked on. But I think now he's got a knuckle down, and I had a good chat with him over the weekend, and he assures me that he is back and he's back to stay and make a proper career of this. It feels like he's been around for a long time, but he's only had 12 fights. He's won them all. But he's going to have to kick on quickly, and we'll get him into a position where he's up there and thereabouts for British titles pretty quickly. Got a good fight in the flyweight division for the vacant British title. It's Ian Butcher against Luke Wilson. So that's another flyweight contest that we seem to be producing quite a lot of good flyweights at the moment. So there's another one there, and obviously Abril and the man to my left, Derry Matthews, top the bill in what is really a really strong local card, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'd like to welcome as well here today local legend Ricky Tomlinson. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
And it'd be good to see you ringside on the night. Thanks very much for coming along. There's a few people that say that Derry can't beat this guy, saying that he's out of his league. But to them, I've got to say it, Ricky, my arse.
Absolutely.
Derry's going to be winning that world title, and on that note, I'll pass you over.
As Francis stated, that a lot of people emotionally ripped me off, and a lot of people were saying I was crazy for taking a fight last week. But I love boxing, and that's what I want to do. I just want to fight all the time, and I'll go back to Spain tomorrow to prepare the best I can. 5 weeks after the fight, I've already been locked away from my family, and over in Spain for 7 weeks, and then the fight got cancelled. So I've got to go back into camp. I'm fit going into camp. Just got to make sure I don't overdo it in training. Just down to me coach, just having me the best I can, physically and mentally ready for the fight. I know I've got a massive task ahead, but I'm a fighting man. I love fighting. I've done it from the age of 8. I've always wanted to be a world champion, and this time I've got an opportunity to do it in my own town, in front of my own fans, in what I believe is one of the best arenas in the world. And when I walk out fight night, I know that there's going to be a lot of scousers screaming, and most probably a lot of people from around Britain believe that I do deserve my chance. I've worked hard all my career. I've been ripped off a lot of times. I've won 9 pro titles. A lot of people didn't think I'd win any. So, I love proving people wrong, and I believe on April 18th I'm going to be a world champion.
Thanks, Derry. Just to reiterate, Derry was, he was not getting, I don't think he was getting the fights he deserved, and he wasn't getting the recognition that his talent deserves. And that's what we promised him we'd do. And it's in him taking a leap of faith with us, and us doing the same with him. It's paid dividends, because I really do believe that Derry's got a beating in this guy. Although Richard really does travel very well, he's been Finland and all over the place and won on points. He's very beatable, and you've won the Junior Olympics, Derry, so you've got that pedigree within you to be able to box. It's not just a one shot knockout that we're hoping for. Derry can box very well. He's got the skills to pay the bills, and we're going to see that on the 18th. Really excited for Derry.
Is this the boxing?
And just like to open the floor to if there's any questions. This will be a sort of opportunity to do any one-on-ones as well. So I think we'd like to do it all in one hit, because Derry wants to make a move afterwards.
Abril says you're out of your depth. What do you say about it?
He's going to say that he's a champion, he's a Cuban. Everyone knows the pedigree of Cubans, the top fighters. But April 18th, I think that when he comes to my city, in front of my own crowd, and he walks out to a hostile reception, I think he knows he's going to be in deep trouble. And I know I'm going to do everything right in training. Everything what's ever been asked of me, which is right. And I believe I'll win the fight.
How much confidence in your last two wins given you coming into the fight?
Even the previous fights, I got a good stoppage win on Friday night. I was on 12 rounds last time with Kingsdale, but I'm a confident kid. I'm a confident fighter. I love fighting. I know I can punch. I know I'm probably the biggest lightweight puncher out there in the world, but come fight night, as Francis has just stated, I won a junior Olympic gold medal out in America. I've won 8 national titles as a kid, travelling around the world, representing my country, the Europeans, the World Championships. I've done everything. I won a senior ABA title at the age of 18. I think I've been the youngest in the city who's done it. No one believes to do it. So I know I've got whatever it takes to beat Abril on the 18th of April. I know I'll do it. I know I'm going to work hard, but I know I'll be world champion.
Francis, was it hard getting Abril to come to Liverpool to do the fight?
Well, first of all, credit's got back to our matchmaker, Jason McClory, for getting him over here. But, as I stated, Abril's travelled all over the place. So to get him to come here wasn't a problem. In all honesty, I think it wasn't that. It wasn't the hardest thing to make in the world. When it went away, when Abril pulled up injured, then I thought maybe we've lost that chance. But full credit to him. He said, no, when's the next available date? He only needed 2 weeks. It was only sort of a 2-week delay. Next available date at the Echo we took straight away, and that was it. Everyone knows about Derry Matthews. He's not just in this country, and I think what you guarantee to get to Derry is entertainment, and fighters at this sort of elite level want to be in entertaining fights that are going to get replayed and rewatched and seen again and again all over the world. And fair play to Abril, he knows that this is that's what's going to be happening on the 18th. This is top level boxing, and Abril obviously wants to to put another scalp on his international record. But I think this man here is the man to stop him doing it.
How would you feel personally, Derry? You've been around for obviously quite a long time, but is this the best you felt, do you think?
I'm not that old. Yeah, I feel like I'm in my prime. I feel I'm peaking. 31 years of age. I feel very good. I turned pro at 18. A lot of people said it was a bad mistake. So many years on, I'm here fighting for the world title in my own city. It doesn't get much bigger than that. It doesn't get much better than that. And when Francis met me, and then I went down to Frank's office and they offered a contract in front of me and said, within 5 fights you'll fight for the world title. I wasn't even British champion at the time. I was not at the time, and he got me the fights. And by the way, I lost one. My first fights with them, I lost. So full credit to the team for sticking by me. I went on, won a British title, when I beat Adam Dinsdale, stopped the kid on Friday night, and now I'm fighting for the world title. So as I keep stating and keep going on and on, it doesn't get much bigger than that. It doesn't get much better than that. And it's down to the team behind the scenes working hard to get me in this position.
Does it feel any different, Derry? You've been around, although you're only a year older than I've everyone's forgetting, but you've fought in big fights before. You keep saying it's in front of your own fans in your own city and everything, but this is the first press conference for it. Is it like now real now? It's yourself. This is the WBA lightweight championship of the world.
It's been real since the fight first got announced. I was on holiday in Mexico Christmas, and then Jason rang me and said, listen, whatever you're doing, you've got to stop doing. You've got to get out on the road. And 2 days into my holiday, I was doing 3 sessions a day. And I got a Liverpool lads, and it was mad because in the hotel where I was, Kevin Satchell's uncle and all them were looking at me thinking, what are you training for? You're on holiday. And I couldn't tell anyone. So I was training and they were going, I don't think this fella's right. He's on holiday, so they're all pissed. And I'm sitting there with the water, going on run 6 in the morning, back in the gym at dinner time and then back in the tea time. But it's real, this is surreal. It doesn't come much better than this. Fighting for most probably one of the best belts in the world. I'm fighting one of the best fighters in the world. I have Richard Apples, he's been at a higher level than me, but he hasn't been to Liverpool, he hasn't been to the Echo Arena, he hasn't seen 10,000 scouts screaming, so he's in for a shock on fight night.
In terms of the fight itself, is there anything that you look back on, you've had many fights now, as you look and you think any similarities with fighters who you fought before in terms of style?
No, I think his style's a bit unique. He doesn't do much, but he wins. When he wins good. He's very clever, tall, very, very tall, taller than me. And his style, he doesn't. It's not 100% work rate in the fight. He just does things and I've watched tapes of him and the older he does him, the rolling and stuff. But I know I've got to beat him. I'm getting in world-class sparring coming in out to Spain. I want to fly some sparring partners over and we can work on things.
Do you feel the pressure on with recent Liverpool boxers in world title failures? Tony Bellew, Paul Smith twice. Unfortunately, talking about that last week. Is the pressure on you, do you think?
Yeah, I don't think that. Well, I want to say this because Paul's very proud of where he's from. He's from Ellesmere Port, and he'll be the first to say that he's not a Liverpool fighter, he's not a Liverpool lad. And we haven't had a world champion since Paul Hawkinson. So there's a lot of pressure on me. Paul Hawkinson and John Conti are 2 great fighters, and I want to be on the list with them. I want to be on the short list with them. I've had some lads fail. Martin Murray, for instance, as well, who's a friend of mine from St Helens. Paul Smith, who failed twice, who I thought he was unlucky in both fights. And you had Paul from Ellesmere Port, but going Liverpool lads wise, and Tony Bellew, sorry, as well. Liverpool lads wise, I want to be on the short list of world champions, as the greats. I want people to be able to sit in the pub 20 years time and when I walk in and say, that kid could fight, he had everything, he put it all on the line and he went on and won a world title.
And that home advantage will give you the boost.
Yeah, it doesn't come back to that. And, when I signed with Frank, he said when you fight for the world title, we won't send you overseas. We're not into that. Keep you on home soil. And I've done it. I've done it the other night with Paul Butler. I think out of Frank's previous fighters fighting for world titles, I think it's only been Gary Lockie and Michael Jennings who's gone overseas to fight for world titles. Everyone else has had home advantage, and touch wood, it comes right for me fight night.
You've had more fights than Avril. Do you think that puts you in a good stead?
It doesn't. I mean, I think he's boxed at a high level. He's boxed Brandon Rios and the likes of them. And so, you know, I think he has an excellent amateur record as well. He's been around the world with Cuba, and everyone knows how good the Cubans are. They're the main boxing country out there at the moment. And, you know, but I've been in there, I've had some hard fights, I've had some easy fights. I've made things hard, I've made things easy, but it's boxing, and come fight night, I think our book records go out the window, and you know, it's made the best man win.
So this is your 48th fight, and is it said that on your 50th you're going to retire? Is that true?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do, but
If
you're
you
getting good money off him. That's what I said. I was going to retire on 50 fights. I'd love to retire a champion. That's one thing I'd love to do. But when you've got family to feed and you've got bills to pay and you're getting good money for good fights and you're selling a whole arena out in front of 10,000, and you know, it's hard to do. It's hard to walk away. But at 50 fights, if I win the lottery, you never know. I could walk away from the game.
You might just have to get a new one, 100 fights.
I don't think I'll last that. I don't think I'll last that long, but you know, you never know in boxing, anything can happen, and you know, it's one fight at a time. Concentrate on Avril, and then we'll plan what's next.
If you want to be one of those people that can say, I was there the night Derry Matthews won a world title, I'm just going to read you out the ticket information. Tickets are priced at 40, 50, 75, 100 and 150 pounds. As I said, it's the Saturday the 18th of April at the Echo Arena. Tickets available from the Echo Arena box office at 0844 8400 and from echoarena.com, and from Eventim on 0844 249 1000 and from eventim.co.uk. The fight will broadcast live and exclusively on Box Nation, which is Sky Channel 437, HD is 490, Virgin 546 and TalkTalk 525. But we thoroughly hope that you can all join us there, because it's going to be a fantastic night. Is there any more questions? Are there any more questions?
No, but we just want to wish him all the best, obviously, and we'd all be there backing him up and shouting and screaming and doing whatever we can. And he's following a wonderful tradition. I mean, we're very, very proud of our boxing heritage. You know, right back to the days of Nell Tarleton and people like that. So we'll be in your corner, lad. Not physically, I might bloody hard. We'll be in your corner, okay?
Thank you.
Are we actually able to have a quick interview with you, just because the mic might be picking up the...
Yeah, I'll just ask a few quick
Just
questions.
at least a couple.
No problem.
Quickies, yeah.
Any more for any more? Thanks very much for coming down.
Thank you.